Hey y'all, welcome back to another special edition of Hopped Up Beer Review. It is the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar. Today we are drinking Perlenzauber from the Privatbrauerei Egerer out of Großkölnbach, Deutschland. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. We are doing that with our 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar, and we are going to be releasing these over a very short time period. So hopefully, if you have your Brewers Advent Calendar and you're going through it and it's out of order, you can at least enjoy our videos about the beer. To that point, I've got Jay. I've got Andy in the attic. I am Ben. What are we drinking today, Andy? Our German speaker.
I answered the question.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, it's a German pale ale.
All right. We did have this one last year. So we do have a 2022 Brewers Advent Calendar video of this as well. If you are so interested.
They're not. We ready? Oh,
waiting on you.
Cheers, waiting on you, brother.
Thirsty over
Cheers,
here.
Mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
So, Andy, what is a German pale ale?
I don't know. You can look at our last year's video of it.
Put him on the spot, man.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. Check our 2022. I'm not gonna talk so much about that because I've already talked about it before. I did last year. I translated, well, my app translated Perlenzauber. And Perlenzauber means magic pearl. But when you take Perlin and translate it alone, it means bubble. But Zauber means magic. So it's like bubble magic, pearl magic. Don't know. Interesting. The reason I went to that length, because their website, the initial website that they send you to, at least they're Untapped, takes you through to like a general manufacturer, distributor website of multiple brands. This one is not on there. So I did a search online for Privatbrauerei Egerer, and there's a separate website and they have all their beers and everything on that. And this one was still not on there. So they don't talk. I'm wondering if this is made just for export and they don't sell it regionally. But I will talk more about the brewery. So, Privatbrauerei. Oh, please, thank you. Egerer. It is. It was founded in 1919, and so it's a little over 100 years old. The original owner owned a snuff manufacturing company. That's pretty cool. It reminds me of a place we have, in town called Habits. They sell tobacco and alcohol. So it's like, this is the old German Habits store.
Interestingly enough, I can remember my mom talking about her grandmother using snuff. Like that was common.
Oh yeah,
even for women back in those days.
For ladies,
yeah.
You didn't want a lady if she didn't snuff, So this brewery has been using the mineral water from a spring that's like 147 meters deep. So just like these old springs that bring us the good water. The brewery started as a soda and mineral water beverage company, and they started beer in 1931. So I thought this was interesting. Now that they have these multiple brands, they're like a big distributor of multiple brands. And their main brewery, they have the capacity for up to, let me say this, 500,000 bottles a day to produce that much, 25,000 bottles an hour. And they produce over 80 million a year.
It's insane.
Yeah. That's
crazy.
Yeah. Lower Bavaria's largest beverage manufacturer, not just beer, but mineral soda and things like that. But still, and I saw like their website shows a picture of the area. It's like huge. They have 170 different drinks. And just,
do they all use the mineral water?
I believe so, because they get that all from the spring, because they sell mineral water, they sell soda.
Yeah.
I don't know if sodas, if you put mineral water in actual sodas, I'm not sure, because our sodas are definitely different. Our soft drinks are definitely different from those in other countries. They are currently in their 4th generation of ownership there at the Privatbrauerei Egerer. And then, yeah, like I said, their website is more geared to delivery services than the actual talking about their beer, their history.
Interesting. I wonder if that's common, more in Europe, as far as not only making beer, but other things like that. Because I was watching a video recently of they were talking about a brewery in England, and the same kind of situation. They brewed beer, but they also had mineral water and other beverages. So maybe if you have access to those springs, maybe that's a common thing to do. Anyway. All right. We did have this last year in our 2022 Brewers Advent Calendar. So definitely one we are having again. And yeah, with that, Andy, go first, please.
Put the rest of it in.
Since you've talked so much already.
Since I've talked so much, keep talking, because
I just didn't want to go first.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to jump in, I'll go first.
I am getting.
Are you ready?
I'm not ready, actually. Talk.
Okay.
Go if you're ready. Go ahead. I got to figure this out.
I remember this beer last year. I really liked it. I don't understand the portal. I think we talked a little bit about some of that, but it's really good to me. I've always liked the pale ales and things that are a little more hoppy. This one doesn't have a tremendous amount of hops, but I love the natural spring water. I think that makes a huge difference. This is a 7.5 to me. It's one I wish I could get more of their beer and figure things out. I really like it. Smooth.
Yeah. I think I'm there with you. Mild bitter, just a little bit of malt, a little balance, but you think of it that mineral water has got like a salty appeal to it, and it's almost like you can get a little bit out of it. Yeah, it's really good. I give it a 7.5 too. It's got a nice little malt and bitter balance to it. So, and I think it's got the portal. I remember talking about the can art last year. I guess if you're talking about pearls, and they're in clams and diving down, and who knows,
I mean, you can't tell me you're not gonna buy a can of a girl who is possibly drowning. I mean, I guess
I would buy it just for the can art alone.
Yeah,
it's a smooth beer. So
yeah, I think 7.5 was my number as well. Before we even started here, I think that everything you guys said is there. And Andy, you said something that made me go back and think the mineral water, the kind of the salt, a little bit flavor. Yeah, it almost comes across as like a light goza in a sense from that aspect of it. It doesn't have the other aspects of a goza, that we typically have here, at least in the US, where you've got more of a berry or a sour tartness to it. But you said that, and I get a little bit of salt, and maybe it's just placebo effect. I don't know. But I think this is a good beer. It could be. I enjoyed it last year. I think that, again, 7.5 is my number here, and it's a nice beer. Glad it kind of mixes up. Again, we talked about this before. You get so many Helles lagers in this box, which it'd be great if we kind of got a more of a mixture of things, not Helles. A few Helleses and a lot of these other kinds, because it seems like what we get is 15 or 16 Helles lagers, and you get kind of these other styles sprinkled in. I'd love to see 2 or 3, German pale ales, 2 or 3, Weizenbachs, just the different styles mixed a little more equally, and not just so many Helles. But this one's nice.
Like last year, you had purchased a separate one after we had already reviewed, and it had an IPA. And this year we got the Reusch beer, and so there's so many more varieties, and I just want to just throw in a bunch of Helles. It's like, oh, come on, we had a really good stout. Trying to, a couple of fast beers at Martins, but
yeah,
I guess that Helles is the very popular beer over there.
I think that if that's one negative we can say about the Advent calendar here is just the amount of Helles versus everything else. Because, like you said, to your point, the beers that we have that are different are not Helles. It's not like all these beers. If we have 24, out of the 24, if we have 16 Helles, lagers, and then 8 something else. It's not like the other ones that we found in the multiple boxes when we bought them have been other Helleses that we haven't had. It's been other styles, the IPA and so on, like you mentioned. So, Kalea, we know you're watching out there. You've already commented on one of our on our shorts.
Get him, man. Get him.
That would be the only critique here, because we definitely love this. I mean, I bought at this point 3 or 4 of these things this year. I'm probably going to buy
like 2, and I've got
probably
one.
I'm probably going to buy 3 or 4 of them next year. So, it's
will make us want to get them next year. Kalea.
That's right. I may not buy 3 or 4 next year. I may just buy 1, but. So.
Or they could sponsor us and put us on their website and draw everybody.
Yes.
Come on now.
Thank 3 schmucks with their lame beer show.
There you go. There you go. Maybe they could even put our faces on the box. We could be
yes.
I could see,
they will be the horses, We'll be in the window just looking.
Yeah, we will know we've made it if we end up on the box of one of these things, right?
That's when we've made it.
All right, easy math. Even we can do that without a calculator. That is a 7.5 for the Perlenzauber. Yeah, thank you. Our friend here that's 4% German now. So I think
I'm up to 4 now.
Up to 4. He ticked it up. Yeah. So making progress. Don't know when you're watching this video and the whole cadence of our videos, but Andy's been slowly ticking up on the German as he's spoken more. So
I'm close to dual citizenship.
You're very close, yes.
No, you got a ways to go, brother.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. Check out all of our 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar videos. Hopefully, if you've got a box, we have a lot of the beers that you have as well, and you are enjoying our videos. We really hope that you do. And if you do, be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. We would definitely appreciate that. It's the season of giving. Go ahead and give us that, please. We also have
Gimme.
we also have some merch. If you need some stocking stuffers for the loved ones in your life, this Christmas would not be complete without some Hopped Up Beer Review merch.
Complete. It makes the beer
So,
taste gooder.
Exactly. It just goes down smoother. So check that out, see what we got there. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at all the wonderful things that you can buy with our stupid logo on it. Check us out on all social media, links down below in the description. Come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. The three of us are there chatting along in the chat room, and also others that have joined us who watch our show. There's like 10 billion people there now. So come be 10 billion and one. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I have been. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.